It is a place where laughter is shared, memories are made, traditions are formed, and of course, recipes are handed down. Hello, I'm Susan Peters. Coming up on the family dinner table, we're going to learn all about a specialty ragu sauce that will pair with just about anything you can think of. Joining me will be Chef Luciano, the owner and head chef at the Mulvane restaurant that is famous, Luciano's. His recipe is a specialty ragu sauce, not the kind you buy in the store, but a homemade, handmade sauce straight from the kitchen that is featured in many of his delicious recipes at his restaurant. Learn about this fantastic sauce and more on this episode of the Family Dinner Table on PBS Kansas.
The Family Dinner Table is made possible in part by the following.
Ketotarian food. What is it? It's a plant-based spin on a traditional keto diet, and it doesn't have to be hard. With our Simple Truth keto-friendly lineup, we've got you covered throughout your day. We have tasty snacks, filling lunches, yummy desserts, and even plant-based patties like this for chow without the cow. It's Nido with Keto-Tarian food. Learn more about our low-carb, high-protein Simple Truth products at dillons.com.
Offering more than 60 brands to choose from, refrigeration, dishwashers, cooking and laundry to outdoor appliances and grills, Metro Appliances and more has something for every need and every budget. In store or online, Metro Appliances and more.
The Spice Merchant since 1980, Wichita's original gourmet coffee roaster, coffee and tea from around the world. Enjoy our full line of functional and fun accessories, located 4 blocks east of Washington on Douglas.
McClelland is a proud sponsor of PBS Kansas, specializing in theater-quality audio and video, cinematic lighting, smart home integration, and seamless surveillance, all in the comfort of your home. More information can be found at macsound.com. The Culinary Arts program at Butler Community College, where foods of the world, cooking techniques, and exceptional learning create 100% job placement rates for students. Changing lives through cooking. More at butlercc.edu. ABC Fine Wines and Spirits offers a unique winery experience, sophisticated and complex bourbons, and a wide variety of beers. More information at abcdiscountliquor.com.
Okay, welcome. Hello again. I'm Susan Peters. Welcome to the Family Dinner Table. You know, whether it's bread, it's pasta, chicken, beef, pork, or vegetables, all of these taste better when you have the perfect sauce to go with it. Now, what if you only need one single perfect sauce? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to discover it with the expert. I have with me Chef Luciano. He is the owner and head chef of his restaurant in Mulvane. We've all heard of Luciano's in Mulvane. It shares the same name, of course. And I am so excited that you're here. We've got the expert here because Chef Luciano obviously is from Italy, directly from Italy. Yes. Why are you in Mulvane, Kansas? Explain to that one more time.
Really simple, because my wife, she's from Mulvane. She has family related in Mulvane.
And you and your wife met in Italy.
Yes.
Nancy.
Nancy, yes.
Nancy. And right. Nancy said, why don't you come to Mulvane?
No, really, I chose.
You did?
Yes, because I like small town. And Mulvane, small town like I've come from. Yes. So, and that's why we are in Mulvane, really. So.
Because a lot of people go, why hasn't he opened a place in Wichita? You like the small town of Mulvane.
That's correct.
You're from a small town in Italy.
Yes.
Which is, the name of it is?
Viareggio.
Oh, beautiful. Viareggio?
Viareggio in Tuscany.
Okay, and Mama's name is?
Santina.
Santina, and Papa's name is?
Domenico.
Domenico. Domenico,
yep, that's
right?
Right. Yep,
okay, so tell us about your family dinner table when you were growing up. Did you have dinner together every night, or?
We have dinner every night at home normally. So this is what happened all the time. So you have to be at the table before my dad show up.
You have to be at the table before your dad showed up from work.
My dad showed up work, you know, and wash your hands, and everybody ready at the table. You sit, and my mom served food for everybody. So that's normally in the evening.
What a neat tradition. All the kids had to have their hands washed and at the table before Papa got home.
That's correct.
And served the family meal.
That's correct.
What was a normal, like, weeknight meal for you guys?
Really simple, like, you know, like my parents have a garden, so.
They had a garden?
Yes, they like, you know, to garden. They come from farmer family.
Yeah.
So they like garden, so they grew up everything. So there was a meal. Things plus, you know, beef and chicken. We have rabbit, we have pheasant, you know, all these things there.
And did you basically have dinner together almost every night?
Every time, even lunch.
Even lunch too?
Yes. They change a little bit later when we grow up, you know, because each one go to college, I want to say, or they, you know, they come a little bit later. Before or later, depend, because you have these things. But normally Sunday special. Sunday, you know, you just wake up 9 o'clock, making pasta with my mama, and she prepped the sauce.
So you help make on Sunday?
Yes.
Sometimes. You and you have 4 or 5 brothers and sisters?
I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. We have 7 children altogether.
7 children.
Yeah.
And you all gathered on Sunday. So what'd you talk about at the family dinner table?
Oh, about everything, really.
You did?
Yeah. Normally, me and my brothers, we joke all the time at the table.
Did you?
You know, my mom yelled to say, "Shut up! Don't do this! Oh no, that's not this, not that." All this stuff, you know, all this.
Typical Italian table, right?
That's right.
You and
everybody
your
yelling, you know, oh, blah 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 blah. So
sometimes at the Italian family dinner table, you have the pasta first, and then the meat, and then the salad. Is that how it was at yours?
Yeah, anything. Like it can be meat, can be fish, can be salads, all that. And they come, you know, they can come all together, and they can have a little turn between one and another one. So, you know, but mostly in Sunday just come most all together, and everybody, you know, reach all what they need, you know, like. And did no, that's mine. No, that's, you know, all that.
I love it. I would have loved to have been at your family dinner table.
Thank you.
I bet it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was.
Do you get to see your brothers and sisters very much?
Yeah, when I go back in Italy. And
you go back every once in a while?
Yeah, when I have a chance. So they come here sometimes.
They come here too?
Yeah, they did.
Good.
Someone they did, and they come visit, and they stay a little bit.
What are you going to make for us today?
Today we're gonna make a sauce is called ragu. So really simple sauce. So normally I thought, you know, this is everybody have a home, especially in Italian home. Everybody have this kind of type. So, and it's easy to make it. So, and it tastes delicious. So really good.
And the ragu sauce goes with anything. Like I said at the beginning, it'll go with vegetables. It goes with
that's correct.
Chicken, beef, pork.
Yep.
Even you can even put it on fish, right?
I mean, right.
You can even do that.
You can do that. Yes.
And Luciano Mottala. Did I pronounce your last name correctly?
You get.
Mottala makes the best ragu sauce.
Thank you.
So we're gonna make ragu with whatever we have in the refrigerator.
That's correct.
Right?
That's wonderful. Yep.
Okay, let's go cook.
Let's go.
So here we are. I am so excited to be in Chef Luciano's kitchen. Well, actually it's not his kitchen, but it is his kitchen, because once Chef Luciano is here, he takes over. He is the kitchen. And we're gonna make pasta ragu, or pasta with ragu.
That's correct.
Okay, now you explained a little bit over there that ragu is kind of what you make it.
Yes.
But go ahead, while you're cutting this and explaining what's going on.
What's going on is really simple, really simple. So I'm measuring myself at home, you know, and you have a party a few days ago in the summer, and you have a lot left over that you want to use it. So in this case, we're going to use some beef, but you can have chicken, you can have, you know, pork, you can have leftover hamburger. Leftover
anything.
Anything that you like.
So really, like if you had a salad like 2 days ago, and you have leftover celery, leftover carrots, of course you always have garlic on
Garlic, right? Who would have these things at home?
Okay.
And normally people have these things at home.
Absolutely.
But the other point is like, it's gonna be your recipe at the end. So if you don't have garlic, you don't put any garlic.
Okay.
So you take it off. If you don't have a celery, you don't put any celery.
You don't put any celery.
Or whatever you have 3, 4 ingredients you put together, and we're gonna make it this.
So ragu kind of means anything left over, but you got to have a little bit of meat.
Yes.
Okay.
In this case, on my interpretation, normally ragu too, you start. We always this call it sofrito, and always come with the beef, and you add salt, so no less liquid, more liquid. I want to say, and I can show you between we go on.
Okay.
But this
let's start.
Normally we do. So the other things I'm gonna do, like I have a knife. Be careful if you have a knife in your hands, is make sure it's sharp. So it's easy because you don't push too much.
See, he's a real chef.
So, and when you handle it with your tongue. It's a thick knife, I want to say. I want to call it large, you call it.
You have to have a large chopper.
That's good.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, kind.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna take it off the part, like I want to say they are more kind of rusty or come. I'm gonna put in the water.
Oh, you can put the ends in the water.
Yeah, put the hands in the water.
Oh, cool.
And I'm gonna put even the skin of this onion in the water. So
now, why do you put the onion in the water?
This because, like, I grew up, like I tell you, in a place where we become from nothing.
You had to use everything.
Every single things. So
Gotcha.
whatever we use it, we're gonna use it, I guess, like with us, whatever is more comfortable. Like
exactly. I understand.
Okay.
Okay. So the ragu, all the onion.
Yeah. Everything,
including
whatever
the
you
skin.
have. So even the skin of these carrots. So some of the vegetable, like on the skin, they have the most protein. So if you take it off, it is going to trash. So you're gonna lose some.
Because that has more nutrition than the inside.
That's correct. So,
yeah.
So we're gonna transform.
See, I've never seen you using. Well, my grandmother.
We're gonna use these transform nutrients in something that can be usable for us later.
Okay.
So this is kind of come like a type of broth, but you can reduce a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or reduce, depend. Your.
Kind of a vegetable broth.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. So are we gonna put these in there too?
This we're gonna put it on the hardest where we created the ragu.
Boy, you are using everything, aren't you?
Yeah. So we're gonna use.
You use the outside in the stock for the stock preparation.
Yeah, because we want to hold that.
I see.
Yep.
I see. I don't think you mind if I interpret a little for you.
No, it's good if you do. It's good if you do because, like I said.
Okay. Every woman is falling in love with Luciano right now because of his accent.
A lot of people tell me I have accent, but I don't believe that. I can't hear myself, so I really trust what other people say.
It is beautiful accent.
So these are gonna cut rough. Sorry if it interrupt you, but it doesn't matter.
Fine. Okay.
So these are like your interpretation. So you want a small, really teeny, you can cut teeny. You want a big chunk.
You want big chunks of onion? You do big chunks.
Big chunks.
You want small? You do small.
That's right.
Okay.
It's just how people interpret it.
Okay, now this, did we put any butter or anything in here? Or?
I'm gonna put whole when I have all the stuff inside. We're gonna put some olive oil.
Olive oil, gotcha.
I use olive oil.
Okay.
And so
you put olive oil in this pan and the onions and the carrots and celery.
So we do
or whatever you want. Okay, so
whatever you have.
Whatever you have. Like if I have some leftover broccoli, you wouldn't put broccoli in there though. It's got too much of a taste, doesn't it?
Yeah. So like normally you still follow these three things. And most the sofrito is made with carrots, celery, onion.
Okay.
You can add our garlic. You can take it off one of that if you have it. Okay. And it's your interpretation. It's fine. But normally the three things are the most important things that we have on the sofrito before we make it a ragu.
Okay, so we're cutting the
we
garlic
cut really
and the
rough
celery
in
together.
this case, a big chunk. I like kind of big chunk because when I test out, I like to test it.
Yeah.
And crunchy.
Exactly.
But
you kind of eat while you go, right?
That's right.
And you drink your wine as you're cooking.
That's correct.
Okay.
How you know that? Not the restaurant, because the restaurant is dangerous. So we manage a lot of equipment. So
not at the restaurant.
No. Yes.
All righty. So now we're cutting the carrots, and in here we've got the onions, the celery, olive oil, garlic, and carrots.
In this case, I put all the ingredients I have here on the pan.
And let it, brown, for lack of a better word. What do you call it in a pan like that? You call it browning or?
Yeah, you can call it browning a little bit.
Okay.
Like normally when...
Is this on? Oh, yeah.
No, we're going to put it on.
Turn that on.
normally when we talk about a soffritto, you know, like a lot of people, they do these things in Italy especially, so they cook in a way they prefer, and normally they can be a little bit more brown if you like, crunchy, or reduce like in a portion
so
there.
you can brown or whatever.
Yeah. If
May I do this?
Yeah, you can.
May I stir this a little bit? I want to feel like the chef too. I want to feel like the cook too.
You should.
All righty. Okay, so while these are cooking, and we'll let them cook, and this will take about, how long will this take to cook to what consistency you want?
So more big you cut the pieces, it's going to take a little bit more time. More when you blend it.
The larger the pieces, the longer it takes,
it's going to take more fast. So
you're thinking about 10 minutes it takes to do this?
Yeah, normally this way, 10 minutes is done.
And this, the broth?
We're done.
Are we done with this?
Yeah, look at the color. The color is ready changing.
Okay, look at this. Okay, look at this color.
The color is
ladies
ready
and
changing.
gentlemen. It's a brownish, tannish broth already, and we've only been going for 5 minutes. And look at that.
Yeah, it's ready to get the flavor. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, now we can transfer it in a container.
Okay, we'll turn that off. Let's see, which one is that? There you go.
Good.
And while this is cooking, this is what you do. Then you bring over the meat and start that cooking, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Now, the meat, in this case, we have the meat is like raw, but normally if you have leftover, it can be already cooked.
Already cooked, you're right, okay.
You know? Now, this one is ready. I can put right there when it get down a little bit.
That's cooking.
Yep.
But the meat we're going to cook in the skillet, right?
No, we're going to put it inside there directly.
Oh, we are. No wonder we're waiting.
Yes,
okay.
that's why we're waiting.
All right. So this ragu vegetables have been cooking for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're basically soft now.
Yep.
So then we're ready for the next step in the ragu sauce.
In this case, we're going to put a ground beef.
Ground beef.
But like we say, can be anything, any kind of meat.
Oh, so you put it right in with the vegetables?
Yeah, I will put it right with the vegetables.
And obviously you break it up.
Yes, and I break it up until they cook too. You know, I'm gonna break it, you know, and make it.
So, okay, so does it have to be a certain kind of ground beef? Because obviously, if there are some ground beef has more fat and some has less fat, do you have to get the leanest ground beef for this?
No, it can be any kind of.
So there can be fat in there?
Yeah, it can be more fat, less fat.
Really?
Like I say, in this case with the beef, it can be a leftover chicken, it can be a leftover pork.
Okay.
You know, even like a barbecue.
Leftover barbecue or whatever.
You know, whatever.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be lean.
No, it's your, like, at this point, like, whatever you put inside it is going to become your recipe.
Okay.
So you interpret this kind of, we just give the base how they can work.
So I'm kind of crunching.
That's good.
I'm crunching the
and
beef
now,
right
to give
now.
you more flavor, I want to add a little wine.
Okay, a little red wine. That's
Yeah,
about what,
case.
a half a cup around?
Yeah, half a cup.
Half a cup
And
dry
depending
red
quantity.
wine, right? Or do you put sweet in there?
These same things can be in your interpretation, whatever you have left over about
whatever,
it.
So, whatever you have left over.
Obviously, don't exaggerate it.
If it's
because
Boone's
they're gonna
Farm,
give you,
put in the Boone's Farm, right? No, I
don't
wouldn't
exaggerate
advise
it
that.
because you know the wine is gonna give you more strong flavor, especially.
It smells so
but
good.
yeah,
All right, now what do we do with our vegetable?
this the same things. This vegetable. Now we're gonna
stock.
see it after we. So we're gonna do this one, and you can see the color. Drain it up.
Look at how beautiful that turned out. I would have never guessed that you could cut a few onions, a few carrots, and a little bit of celery and boil it, and it would turn out to be such beautiful stock.
Yes.
And it smells great.
This you can add, you know, you can add when you boil your pasta, for example, you can add in your lasagna sauce. We can put it here for giving more flavor.
Okay.
This is an extra flavor they give us.
So we're gonna put some of the broth in here then?
We can, yeah, go ahead.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You ready? You don't want me to do it? There you go.
How about that?
Perfect.
You don't have to put it all. You can put as much as you want, right?
That's right.
All right. Oh my gosh, it looks good.
Yep.
And then the last thing we put in
The last thing to put here for this one
is the tomatoes,
is
right?
the tomato.
Now, what is this? Is this just ground tomato? I mean, mashed up tomatoes?
Yeah, this
crushed
can
tomatoes?
be. I put in the jar, but normally it's like from the can if you want it, or use mashed tomato.
Just an 8-ounce can, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you can just open an 8-ounce can of crushed tomatoes,
crushed tomato.
You don't have to put any seasoning in yet.
No. Or
And
like
just put it
you
in.
get a tomato for your granny, you chop it up, you stick inside there. It's fine too.
Oh, you can do it that way
Yeah,
too?
yeah, that way.
That's even fresher.
Yes.
Okay, so the next thing we do, if you have your own fresh tomatoes, you can put in fresh tomatoes, but if not, just a crushed can of tomatoes that you buy at the Dillons or any grocery store or any Walmart or anything, and we stir that in there.
Yep.
So we have let the ragu sauce cook down a little bit, and you can have it as Chef Luciano says. You can have it cooked down for 10 minutes, 15, 20, if you want it really, really thick and just meat, or you can just do it for about 5 minutes like we did it when there's more liquid and beef than beef. So now we're gonna do the pasta.
Now we're gonna do pasta.
And you have prepared.
Yeah, I already prepared two kinds of pasta.
Two kinds of pasta, the rigatoni, and do you call this rigatoni?
Yeah, you can call it rigatoni, fettuccine or tagliatelle.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use both the pastas to show you how well the ragu sauce works in both of the pastas.
That's correct.
So we have two separate. I'll move this, okay?
I'm gonna put down this.
Oh my, that's heavy.
You put right there. Now you want it for me?
Let's move this right here.
Right there.
There you go. And then we've got our two little skillets there.
Yep.
And we'll turn that on. Okay. Now what do you do with this?
Now we're gonna have
the pasta's cooked al dente, by the way.
So
now what do you do? You're heating the oil.
We heat a little bit, you know, just make sure it doesn't stick
Olive
or
oil,
whatever.
of course.
Olive oil, yes.
And
you can pour the pasta anytime.
May I pour it in?
You can.
All right.
Yep.
There's the tagliatelle.
Even the other one.
And here's the, do you call this rigatoni?
Yes.
Or do you call it something else?
No.
You call it rigatoni?
Yes.
Okay. I want to call it what the authentic Italian calls it. And may I use this to stir it?
Yes, you can.
Because we're going to put the sauce in it anyway.
That's correct.
So we heat the pasta in the skillet. Yep. And it heats up real nice. It's already cooked, of course.
Yep.
And then?
Cooked before. And then we had the sauce that we wanted.
I'll let you do that.
Okay. I'm gonna do it this way, so we're gonna put a little.
Do you need a ladle or anything?
You can, you know, like in this case.
But you're all right doing it like that.
Yeah, okay. I can pour it. Everybody can see what we're doing. So.
Now, ragu sauce is a little different because some sauce, you put the pasta on your plate and then you put the sauce on top, and that's it.
Yes.
But ragu, you stir everything together, correct?
Yeah, we stir all
Am I right
together.
about that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead and stir.
All together.
And so it all. Why is ragu sauce different like that? Why is that? Why do you stir in the ragu sauce, but other sauces don't you just serve on top of the pasta?
Yeah, that's is an interpretation. For me, like, you know, you want to stir all together because especially in this short pasta, they have a hole, so you want all the flavor go inside and mix it.
Right. Okay.
At this point, I don't cook all through the pasta. I just stop a little bit before because I want for the pasta still take the flavor from the salts we're gonna put on.
I see. So the pasta takes the flavor from the sauce. So here we have pasta ragu. We've got the rigatoni with ragu, and we've got the tagliatelle with ragu. And what do you say we eat? Can we eat?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go eat.
Let's go eat.
It is time to mangia, and I cannot wait to have this pasta with ragu sauce. First, though, I want to talk a little bit about the salad. My Italian mother, had her homemade dressing, and it's just probably what you have at Luciano's. Olive oil, vinegar. She uses red wine vinegar and balsamic vinegar, a mix. Yep. Some Parmesan cheese, some oregano, some basil, and basically, whoa, I spilled a little, but basically, it's like you said, anything you want in it. And that's the way this dressing is too.
That's correct.
Because you can have anything you want.
Its own interpretation.
That's
right. And it's wonderful.
And and Luciano even said, some food on the west side of town in Wichita is even different from the east side of town. It's so true. West side of town's more family oriented, don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah. West Wichita? Okay. Yeah. Now, Luciano has plated this beautifully in a beautiful pasta bowl, and then go ahead and put the Parmesan cheese on top.
Parmesan cheese.
And this is how he serves it at the restaurant.
Yep.
Pasta ragu. All right. Let's taste it, Luciano.
Sounds good.
Are you going to taste yours?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah. You got to taste it and see if it. Now, you gave me the long one so that I can make a mess, right? Okay. It tastes like home. It tastes like home. That is incredible. You can taste the beef, the carrots, the celery, the garlic, and even that little bit of tomato sauce. I feel Luciana Motala, did I pronounce it right?
You did it right.
Makes the best ragu sauce.
Yep.
So, recipe from directly Italy, and what town was that from?
Viareggio.
Say that again.
Viareggio.
Oh. Doesn't it make you fall in love? Say that one more time.
Viareggio.
Oh, I'm glad I'm married an Italian. You are good. No, I mean, I'm married to an Italian. Luciano's married to a wonderful young lady.
Thank you.
Right. And thank you for coming from Italy all the way to Kansas, to Mulvane, Kansas. Thank you for sharing your recipe with us. And thank you for sharing your traditions around the family dinner table. And I would just tell everybody, I know you can't do it a lot, but maybe once a week, twice a week, gather your family around the dinner table for conversation and love and support and traditions, because when families come together around the dinner table, families come together.
Yeah, that's right.
Manja. Thank you, Luciano.
Chin.
The family dinner table is made possible in part by the following.
Ketotarian food. What is it? It's a plant-based spin on a traditional keto diet, and it doesn't have to be hard. With our Simple Truth keto-friendly lineup, we've got you covered throughout your day. We have tasty snacks, filling lunches, yummy desserts, and even plant-based patties like this for chow without the cow. It's Nido with Keto-Tarian food. Learn more about our low-carb, high-protein Simple Truth products at Dillons.com.
Offering more than 60 brands to choose from, refrigeration, dishwashers, cooking and laundry, to outdoor appliances and grills, Metro Appliances and more has something for every need and every budget. In store or online, Metro Appliances and more.
Coffee, tea, and spices from around the world. Always unique, always the Spice Merchant. Located in the original 1908 Mentholatum building, just 4 blocks east of Washington on Douglas.
McClelland is a proud sponsor of PBS Kansas, specializing in design and installation of audio, video, lighting, and control systems specific to your commercial needs. More at macsound.com. The Culinary Arts program at Butler Community College, where foods of the world, cooking techniques, and exceptional learning create 100% job placement rates for students. Changing lives through cooking. More at butlercc.edu. ABC Fine Wines and Spirits offers a unique winery experience, sophisticated and complex bourbons, and a wide variety of beers. More information at abcdiscountliquor.com.